and preparing for battle. Each guy with his own approach to getting ready for what should be an excellent matchup. And it's our favorite day of the year at 2K Sports. At long last, it's time to roll the ball out there and get the new season of NBA basketball underway. Joined by Grant Hill and Tim Legler, this is Brian Anderson, and we'll have Ali LaForce reporting for us. Here's a look at what's coming up for Boston. On Friday, they'll be matching up against Karl Anthony Towns and the New York Knicks. And then on Sunday, they'll be taking on Cade Cunningham and the Detroit Pistons.
The road is never the highlight of your schedule for any team. But for these guys, it is a chance to go out there, test themselves, and see how well they gel outside of home court. It could be a very valuable experience.
A look at the 76ers starting group. Maxey and Edgecombe man the backcourt. George out there with Edwards. And it's Embiid in at the center position. And for Boston, the forwards. The talented pair of Brown and Tatum. Their backcourt, Pritchard and White, and it's Queta in at the 5. And Grant, one thing we know about these teams, they can both go deep into their bench. That's a luxury.
Yeah, a luxury indeed. And they don't have to worry as much about foul trouble or guys getting worn down. Credit to both front offices for building such complete rosters.
4 on the clock. From the arc. It's rebounded by George.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Embiid, a screen on Pritchard. And here's Maxey outside. Boston pulls it in. White for 3. And the shot is good on the assist by Tatum.
This is how you begin a game. Set the tone right from the jump.
Always good to see the ball go through the net early. You know there's not a lid on that thing.
Now here's Brown. And again, Boston with the triple.
And he just continues to improve his jumper. When Brown hits those consistently, defenses better watch out.
And Embiid gets the double team. Edwards with it, picked up by Tatum. Embiid passes to Maxey. And the basket by Embiid.
Yeah, getting aggressive in the paint. Look at Joel putting his size to work.
The Celtics have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. How about the motor of Tyrese Maxey, Tim? He just does not quit ever.
He's one of those guys who tracks the most miles run during games. Maxey probably wears out his shoes faster than anyone. Sharp turns, hard cuts. He's always on the move. The defense doing just enough there to affect that shot.
Screen by Embiid. Here's George. Embiid finds George. Shoots. Tries again. Embiid. Oh, nice fake, but the layup's off the mark. Boston's gone 2 for 3 from outside the arc. Brown passes to Tatum. Kick out to White. 3 on the clock. Over Edwards. Again, the miss by Boston.
And even with the miss, that's a high percentage shot for him.
There's the drive. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. So far, Graham, we've seen some encouraging intangibles from VJ Edgecombe.
Yeah, you know, he reminds me of Victor Oladipo or even a Dwayne Wade physically. Just an explosive athlete. And I love the way he uses that strength and quickness at the defensive end of the floor.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Boucher's checked in for Queta, and Anthony Simons subbed in for Pritchard. Simons outside.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Over Maxey. Simons' shot is good.
Yeah, the jumper from Simons is smooth like butter.
A chance here to catch up with Ali from the sideline.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Joe Mazzulla. We talked about Joel Embiid specifically and what he wants his team to do against him, and coach said, I want us to make life difficult for him. Every time he catches it in the post, I want us to push back and be physical with it. If he's out on the perimeter, I want to put a hand up on every single shot. Let's see if Coach's message resonates. Back over to you, Brian.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Here's Tatum. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. And the basket by Boucher.
You're just drawing the defense and kicking it out. Tatum creating for others.
Embiid a screen on Simons. For three, Maxey on target from range.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
And when you give up a three, there's always this instinct to try and get it back immediately.
Yeah, nice control by Simons. Stopping on a dime, getting it to fall.
Pass to George. Another three for Philadelphia.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
And so it's Brown with it. He brings it up for the Celtics. Boucher outside. Tatum finds Boucher. Here's Brown. George defending. And it's off the back of the rim. No good. Fast break, Philadelphia.
And Maxey is especially dangerous in these situations. When he has room to run, good luck stopping him.
Tatum feeling it out a bit. Uses the glass on the layup.
Well, that's a tough matchup because he's skilled and relentless.
Maxey passes to Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
That's a great look. His teammate was on the move, but he put it right where it needed to be.
A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. Philadelphia on top, leading by just 2. We'll take a quick break and then get you back to the action. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for Philadelphia.
They've done a great job facilitating shooters. Their early game has seen a lot of hot passes and has kept the defense guessing as well.
And another thing they've done consistently well is attack the paint. They have stayed aggressive under the hoop and gotten high percentage looks.
So on the floor for Philadelphia to kick off the second quarter. Maxey and Edgecombe man the backcourt. Edwards out there with Andre Drummond. And it's George in at the 3. Now here's Simons. Brown looking around. 6 on the shot clock. It's rebounded by Edgecombe. Philadelphia leading by 5. And we're joined now by Shams Charania. He's calling in with a story. Good to have you, Shams. What's going on?
Well, thanks. The Celtics this summer trading Drew Holiday for Anthony Simons, a player almost a decade younger. And Simons' deep threat capability is definitely a fit for the way the Boston Celtics like to play, especially now moving forward. He can fit in defensively. He could be a long-term contributor, guys.
He's more than capable. Okay, Shams, thank you. And so Joe Mazzulla decides to call a timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. And for the Sixers, the growth of Tyrese Maxey has been everything.
Oh my, his growth both with his play, but also with his leadership has meant a lot. And he has such a joyful energy. It really helps pull this team together.
Boston making a switch here. Tatum's checked in. Now here's Simons. Pass to Tatum. Boucher on the screen. Brown catches in. A terrific finisher inside.
Terrific initiative from the swingman. Brown is smart at understanding when to look to score inside.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thank you, guys. Jaylen Brown is rounding out his game in all facets. He said, I've definitely worked on my playmaking, just being able to see the floor, making great reads, creating for my teammates, and putting pressure on the defense. Back to you guys.
Allie, thanks for the report. Now here's Simons. Up and over Lowry. The bank shot, no good. Philadelphia leading by 5. Grimes with the ball. Guarded by Hauser. Drummond with the screen. Out to Lowry. Outside McCain. And Drummond with the jam.
A defensive lapse. Can't give him that kind of position.
Well, that is just point-blank range. They're going to convert that almost every time.
Now here's Tatum. Back to Boucher. Pass to Tatum. The three ball. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. This is their first chance this season playing Boston.
Remaining in the first half.
Now McCain. Drummond up top. Lowry finds Drummond. Out to Lowry. Philadelphia moving it around. McCain. That one's in there. Drummond with the assist. And now a 10-point 76ers lead. And Legs, one thing we're seeing more of these days, head coaches who weren't necessarily high-profile guys coming in.
Well, I do think when you walk into a locker room having played before, there is a level of credibility that's automatically there. But in the age of analytics, it's probably less important that a head coach be a former NBA player.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
And so Joe Mazzulla decides to call a timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. And some changes here for the Celtics. Cadis checked in for Boucher. Derek White comes in for Brown. And Pritchard is subbed in for Simons. Will it go? And Pritchard puts it in.
And coaches love to see points coming from an inbounds play. That's why you practice them.
Now here's Grimes, defended by Hauser. Grimes into the lane. So Nick Nurse has decided to call timeout here. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. A look now at the leaderboard to see which teams had the toughest defenses this past season. The Celtics in second.
They made life hard on opponents. One of the best defenses in the NBA last year.
So Nick Nurse has decided to call timeout here. He's going to talk it over with his guys.
Fans, please give a big round of applause for your Celtics youth next team.
And it's a completely new group for the 76ers.
Zone, Celtics Entertainment.
George, left side. The kick out to Maxey. Back to George. Shot clock at 5. The putback. Whoa! Joel Embiid with the follow.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
And here's White. Spins. And they call an illegal screen here.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Also, the ball handler needs to wait until the screener's feet are set.
Maxey against Pritchard. Maxey passes to George. Goes up on the wing. The shot off that time. And that concludes the first half. Sixers ahead, up by 12. All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Joel, some fireworks early. What's going to be critical to keeping it rolling?
Just keep moving the ball, get stops, and I think the kids just moving the ball, playing together. We've been doing that, and we got some hot guys, and we got to keep fitting them.
Ball movement is key, guys.
Thank you, Allie. Good stuff. We will be right back after this break for the beginning of the third quarter.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready.
Thanks for tuning in. Did you miss us? Before we discuss the game at hand, let's first check out the upcoming schedule.
Looking at Philadelphia, they don't get their home opener until next game. But tonight, they start this new season on the road, kind of like Kenny storming into the kitchen and trying to take all my barbecue chicken.
That's because you're in my building, and I'm eating all the barbecue chicken, big fella.
And turning back to our first half, things going well, extremely well for the 76ers.
The way they have owned the paint, not only will they win the game, They might not even sweat in the fourth quarter.
Good news is we have great AC here in the studio, so we never have to sweat.
Ah, it's so cool in here.
Appreciate you joining us. It's been our distinct pleasure, and I mean that. Let's now take you back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Paul George with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Through 2 quarters of play, he's been an excellent source of points.
Well, and I expect they're going to continue to lean on him as we continue in this game. Why not? The way he's playing right now offensively.
Tatum at the 4 with Queta in at the 5. White and Brown are the wingmen, and it's Pritchard in at the point. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Clock at 6. Goes up at the elbow. That one's wide left. Celtics trail by 12. Grant, the thing about Jaylen Brown, he doesn't need a lot of space to get his shot off.
You know, B.A., he has a quick release and rises high on his jumper. Has a great up fake and can stop on a dime. Usually all the space he needs to find his shot.
And the Celtics in possession here. Now here's White.
That's great work on the defensive end by Embiid. When he gets his hand up to contest, it really alters shots.
Edgecombe, no good. Boston has gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. Oh, send it home, Derek White.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, he took that up with great confidence. Tremendous finish.
Maxey passes to Embiid. Blocked! And out of bounds. Boston will have it.
Celtics ball.
And so it's White with it. He brings it up for Boston. Oh, it's stolen. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, guys. The Celtics understand that they'll be tested. Jaylen Brown said growth is a journey with ups and downs. You have to stay with it. You can't complain. Don't let it break your spirit. We've just got to keep building the right habits, keep being versatile, and keep learning from these experiences. Guys?
Always looking to get better. Thank you, Allie.
Yeah, elevating his playmaking skills over time. Tatum is a winner who enjoys setting up his teammates.
Embiid, a screen on Pritchard. And Maxey, here we go. Edwards for 3. And the three-pointer goes. Edwards got himself on the board with a 3 there.
And I love how he's pushing the tempo and creating for others. He does this game in and game out. Incredible.
That is just beautiful ball movement. Unselfish basketball.
Now here's White. He's got 5. Controls the rebound and the putback.
Huge putback. This guy plays with so much energy.
I don't know anybody that goes after the boards harder. They grab their own miss.
Well, he's not having as much success shooting the ball early as he wanted, but so far, it's not hurting their team performance.
Oh, he gets it to fall, and that makes it just a single-digit deficit. Queta's got 6 points.
Everybody appreciates that extra effort on the glass.
Maxey against Pritchard. Shoots it from the high post. Boston pulls it in. Queta's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And teams built to win now don't always have the young pieces that Philly does.
Yeah, B.A., particularly in their backcourt. Nice drafting and great trades have given them an abundance of talent.
Boucher's checked in for Boston. Simons comes in for Pritchard. On defense, Philadelphia. 9-point game. Simons passes to White. Outside Tatum. Now here's Boucher. And the shot is good on the assist by Tatum. Tatum's got 4 assists now tonight.
And that's a defensive lapse. A shooter of his caliber can't be left wide open.
1:36 left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Pass to McCain. Fires for 3. Knocks it down from distance. McCain's got his second basket of the game.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Yeah, just going back and forth. It is really competitive out there.
Now here's Simons. Boucher a screen on McCain. The kick to Tatum. Just 5 to shoot. No good on the triple.
Yeah, and the defense really respects his shooting ability, and they showed it with that tight coverage.
And while we have a break, here were some of the top free throw shooters in the game last season. 5th, Anthony Simons.
Very steady at the line. He's the guy who isn't rattled easily, and that shows in his free throw shooting numbers.
And Boston with some changes. Minot's checked in for Jason Tatum. Hauser comes in for Jaylen Brown. Shireman comes in for White. And the basket by Shireman.
Time and time again, they're creating good looks from close range.
The Sixers lead by 8. Here's Lowry. Yet to see a basket. Outside Grimes. Here's Drummond. Back to Grimes. Over Boucher. Grimes' shot is off. Boston has gone 4 of 9 so far from the perimeter. And Boucher, the bucket on the assist by Simons. Boucher's got 8.
They're really looking to that inside game here in the second half, getting away from taking a bunch of threes.
Outside Grimes. There's the 3. Shireman grabs the board. Simons outside. Over McCain. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. Great shot selection right now, keeping the game simple and getting high percentage looks. And don't go far. We'll be right back. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, he made it look simple, but that's not always easy to execute.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. Taking a look at the 76ers. Quentin Grimes out there with Kyle Lowry. Then there's Kelly Oubre, then there's Jared McCain, and it's Drummond in at the 5. Lowry surveys the D, and timeout is called by Nick Nurse. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Nick Nurse had to say to the team. He told his guys to stay after it, to not get complacent and lazy with this lead. He wants them to keep adding to it. We'll see if they're able to do it. Guys?
All right, Allie, thanks once again. And timeout is called by Nick Nurse. He is not messing around, calling them into the huddle.
Coming onto the floor now is defending. Make some noise for them. Attention fans, now on the court.
So it's Philadelphia now. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game.
It's time for some defense right now, fans.
Outside Maxey, pass to George. Hits a three-pointer. And the 76ers lead by 7.
It's just a drop in the bucket for PG-13. He will roast you from the corners if you let him.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Now Simons. Jacks up a 3. Sends it home from three-point land. Simons got 5 points now this quarter.
Yeah, the response from Simons, a streaky three-point shooter.
For 3, George. And Philadelphia hits again from deep.
It's been a modest night scoring so far. Maybe that shot will encourage him to get some more looks.
And Tyrese Maxey gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Celtics making a change here. Tatum's checked in. And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error.
Give a big round of applause for Celtics Entertainment.
Down low, here's Garza. And the shot is good on the assist by Tatum. Tatum's got his 5th assist in this one.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Now here's Maxey. For three. Boston pulls it in. Hauser outside. And here's Brown for three. Bullseye! Jaylen Brown!
And we have seen Brown take more and more threes recently, becoming very confident in this shot.
Pass to Edgecombe. Three-pointer. No good. And so it's Brown with it. He brings it up for Boston. Hauser outside. Tatum! Oh, Tatum's triple is pure.
Well, controlling your heart rate in big moments like this is something that coaches talk about, and this guy can do it.
And he racks up two.
While Maxey is an elite shooter, Tyrese is at his best using his speed going downhill. And that puts them just one foul from the bonus.
And Boston with some changes. Cadis checked in for Garza. Derek White comes in for Hauser. And it's Peyton Pritchard in for Simons. And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. White. And the three misses.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Pritchard with a steal. Takes it inside. Brown outside. White with a screen on Maxey. And the foul called on Paul George. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. Fourth team foul.
Outside Brown.
Man, the defender really went after him.
First personal foul.
And the first one at the line is good.
At the line for your Celtics.
Both shots good from the strike.
2 minutes.
The Sixers trailing.
2 minutes.
Maxey feeling it out a bit. Oh, the stuff!
Commanding the ball in big spots. Maxey is so fearless.
Brown fires. Cleared away by Embiid. For Philadelphia, they've gotten 4 shots out of 6 attempts to drop so far in the fourth. Outside Maxey. A minute 31 left to play in the fourth. And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
Well, oftentimes illegal screens fall into a gray area, but that time he got called for it.
Now here's Brown. Here's a pass to Tatum. Here's Pritchard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. White with a screen on Maxey. Cleared away by Embiid.
Well, I'm not sure if he was surprised to be that wide open, but something got him out of focus.
Screen by Embiid. A thunderous two-hander with authority.
Now that's one to remember. What an impact on the game.
What a big-time shot. Those are the moments you dream about as a kid.
Now here's White. Brown. It's off.
Well, he just wanted the ball more than anybody else. That's a great rebound.
And I think we'll see him milk the clock a bit.
Yeah, seems like the heady move right now. This dude is nails in the clutch. You want your best shot at winning at the end, give the ball to PG.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout, looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged.
Celtics Entertainment.
6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Brown inside, working on George. From downtown. That misses. And so they foul intentionally.
Peyton Pritchard. First personal foul. First team foul.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Jaylen Brown. First personal foul. Second team foul.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now for the second.
Taking 2 shots.
And he ends up making the second. And that increases the lead to 6. Jaylen Brown. And so it's Philadelphia with the W. Just a gutsy performance on the road.
It really was. When this one was up in the air late, they showed how tough-minded they are as a team.
All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
PG, you just looked confident out there. How were you able to be so effective offensively?
I just kept moving. You know, within our offense, you know, the key is to move. You know, my teammates do a great job of setting screens and getting me open. You know, I just got to, you know, stay within offense.
You have to make that defense work. Wear them out. Thanks, PG.
Allie, thank you as always. That concludes the first game of the NBA season. With Tim Legler, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson. As always, we appreciate you tuning in tonight. And we present the player of the game, Tyrese Maxey.